to get rid of stuff I don't need. Okay, let me grab this chat window. Not this. All right, so this one is this. That is correct for that. And not yet done. Do that. Okay, I think we're good now. Finally. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, Kissa, sorry I'm running so late. But we should be good now. I don't remember, once again, I don't remember how far over I need to go with this. I should do it based on this is actually what I should do, I think. Let me get into the game and see how far it shifted over. I'm going to fix the shifting, and then I'm going to turn on the screen for Black Mirror 2. So for a minute, you will not see the game, and that's okay because that's intentional. Let's focus on the D for dogs. Something like that. This. Okay, I think that's good now. Let's see when it shifts. That's pretty close. The very edge is going to be off, though. One sec. Just slightly over. That way the very right side of any words in chat don't get cut off. Okay, that looks good. That looks good to me. All right. You can see it. You can hear me okay. Everything seems good, Kissa. Just confirm and I'll know that we can proceed. I'm going to get a drink really fast while you just let me know. Yeah, just trying to juggle multiple things, and sometimes it doesn't work out like I planned, so I'm good. You can see everything. I think it looks on the screen preview, and you can hear everything fine, right? It looks like my audio level seems to be good. So let me know if you see a problem. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Just busy. Sometimes it's a little more hectic than I like. Okay, so we last time ended up down in this room, right? We slid down this. We went through some tunnels. Okay, slightly back up more. Okay, back at the hotel. Okay, we went in Angelina's room. We pulled up the carpet. There was this hatch or door, basically with some symbols on it. We moved those and opened that. Got into the sewer system. Wandered around for a bit. I wrote myself a map so that I wouldn't get lost. And then we ended up coming upon a tube with like some grease in it or whatever, oil, and we slid down that. We got in this room. Initially it was dark, but we were able to finally find enough stuff to light it, and then also to we've wandered around a little bit to see some stuff. So I need to open this, but oh, I don't know if I saw this outlet before.
Huh. It seems to be normal water.
Why is that significant?
Even with the light on, it looks like a hose.
So from what I can tell, at least right now, we're not hooking the hose up to this. Because they're just examined, not actually a hand icon to use them.
A few loose wires are hanging out of the box.
We can't put this in the water. My initial thought was maybe we could use the water to short circuit this so this will open. And maybe that's still a thing. But anyway, so because I thought of that, I was like, can I move the hose? I cannot plug the hose in here. So how else can I get water over? So I thought maybe soak a rag and throw the rag on this or something, but no. Not using that cloth on anything in here, it looks like. It's also not on the cables, yeah. Very interesting. I don't know. Anything I can combine in my inventory that will help? Sorry, I'm not actually trying to do anything on the screen. This is while I think this is what I'm doing. It's just clicking random things. There's nothing over here other than this pipe we came out of? I don't see anything. Shoot.
Perhaps I can open the door with that. Nothing's happening. Looks as though they've been pulled out on purpose. I'll stick them in again.
Okay. So I just had to click on them.
So let's see. Oh, there's even a light switch. This one here must be the switch for the door. The label makes it somewhat easier. You see? It works.
So it's a lot easier than I made it out to be. At least getting out of here. Okay.
A big, dark room and bars. I can hardly make anything out.
We've been expecting you, Darren.
What is this? Who are you?
One day, you will be our guest.
What are you gonna do? What have you done with Angelina?
What does that mean?
No.
He pointed at the
No!
closet. Oh, the blood, I see.
I'm going now. By the way, escape is impossible. This is an old Second World War bunker. There are meter-thick concrete walls, steel, and rock between you and freedom. We'll come for you in a few days, Darren. I wish you a pleasant stay.
Damn it! What do you want from me? Why did you have to use Angelina as bait? Why her? I'm gonna find you. Ugh.
I wonder if she's actually dead, though. I feel like she might not be. I mean, she could be, given that, you know, the stuff that happened in the first game. there's like cults type stuff going on in the area and stuff. It's always possible, but I feel like maybe this is a red herring. She's not actually dead, but they made it look like maybe she was. But she's actually dead. They didn't show her die, right? They just showed a locker and blood start coming out of it. It could be a pig that they already had killed earlier in the locker or something started bleeding out. It could be a lot of things, right? So I don't know about that. But, okay.
A huge padlock. Quite old with a large keyhole. Damn, the lock seems to be rusted up. I've got to find another way to open it. It seems they don't want to let me go thirsty. Huh. That's about 3 gallons. If you need around half a gallon a day, that means they want to keep me waiting here for no more than 6 days. Great. A cheap camping table with a chair. I guess this is supposed to be the comfortable corner of my jail? There's plastic cutlery on the table. You can't do anything with it. Not even eat properly.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm not supposed to know right now, so that's fine. Screwdriver.
Looks like a screwdriver.
I do find
What's
it
that
interesting.
doing here?
I do find it interesting. If they're planning on keeping him prisoner, would you really leave things like screwdrivers lying around? That seems silly, but whatever. Cannot go back the way we came. Not that we could go up the pipe anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It won't budge an inch. Tinned food, various soups, apricots, beans. I don't intend to stay down here long enough to eat all this. A chain that's about 2 yards long. That's one of those things you can light gas with. The metal part is rubbed with a kind of flint and then makes sparks.
I thought maybe, I wasn't sure, this is his shadow, of course, here. But I wasn't sure of what this was. I thought maybe this was some oil leaking underneath the door, in which case I could light it here. It would go, the fire would continue under the door, explode something in there, and it maybe break the door open or something with the explosion. But it doesn't look like that's going to be what we do.
A camping stove. Presumably I'm supposed to heat up my food with it. I'll leave it there. If I need to warm something up or ignite something, then I can do it here. Looks like ready meals in aluminum trays. That's not the kind you'd get in the supermarket. Looks more like it's a to-go tray. I'll just take one.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. That would have been more dramatic, though, but that's okay.
Locked.
Okay, so we got...
If that would work, then there's no way they would have left the screwdriver lying here.
Yeah. But why would they have left the screwdriver lying in the first place, is what I want to know. What's... Get the camping stove? I could...
I shouldn't let the flame burn too long. Who knows how long the gas will last? I'd rather not. The sparkler will burn out really quickly. I have to do something else first. Apart from the fact that I've seriously lost my appetite, I don't really fancy a picnic in this cozy underground cell.
I don't know. So we're not gonna try to extend this.
I need to ignite the gas first.
Also, he doesn't wanna... Says it'll burn out unless he does something else first. What though? Let's see. I cannot cover it with a cloth. Put this in there. No. None of this stuff makes sense.
Angelina sent the letter to herself. It was her insurance. She knew that if anything happened to her, then this letter would show up. And if nothing happened to her, then she could have simply thrown the letter in the trash. If only that'd been the case. Let's see. If anyone's reading this...
I've already done that. Okay. I think I'm supposed to do something with fire that'll weaken the lock or something, maybe. But I don't know for sure, of course. Doesn't look like any of the stuff we have right now is something he wants to put on the burner. So I'm wondering what. I don't see other stuff in the room. Is the problem? It's not something through the bars that he could reach, right? No. not seeing a combination I can use here. Let me reassess. So he doesn't want to heat the meal. So we're not doing anything that way. I don't think there's anything else to do with this. Can't imagine there is. Not the cabinet key, of course. Knife.
Right.
Oh.
I'll carefully scrape the aluminum off with the knife. Now, this could take a while.
I see. Okay.
I've collected a small heap of aluminum powder on the pages from the fairy tale book.
I see. Put that in the lock.
I better mix the aluminum powder with the rust powder before I put it in the lock.
With the rust powder? What rust powder? Maybe. What? Where's the rust powder? I don't see rust powder. There's the rusty chain, but he doesn't want to do anything with that, with the knife or with this. Not do it directly, which makes sense, you wouldn't. Rust powder. Scrape off at this door probably now, right? No.
Locked.
Let's just try on the door again. Okay. Let's just turn this on or off. So I've tried these rusty things and this and the chain. Where else is there going to be rust powder? What does he say about this
It's
again?
still very strong, even though it's old. I won't be able to break it open. I could use a welding torch right now. Or... Welding powder. It's a mixture of iron oxide and aluminum powder. That stuff burns at almost 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit and can easily melt iron. And iron oxide is in rust. There's enough of that here.
Now that I've said that, maybe I can scrape some. Maybe I had to do that dialogue first. He acts like there's rust all over the place, but any place I try, he doesn't want to grab the rust. Oh, here we go. Maybe? No, he's going to say just that it doesn't work.
What do they say about leverage? The bigger the lever... I'd say the screwdriver's a little too small.
Yeah, okay.
I'll leave it there. If I need to warm something up or ignite something, then I can do it here.
Okay, I right-clicked, but I guess whatever. Apparently right-click is also try the door again. Okay, fine.
It won't budge.
What do I not have yet that I can get rust off of? Tried the door, tried the lock, tried this door, tried the chain. Don't see anything else rusty in my inventory. Yeah, see, all of that's metal door. Gotta be something here. Or maybe in my inventory that I'm missing, but there's gotta be something that's rusty that I can scrape. I don't know what, though. No longer screwdriver on that. No knife on that. I feel like I'm so close but so far. This thing that I said about the explosion earlier, I don't think that would have accomplished anything anyway, right? Because even if that happened and we went in that previous chamber, we have the tube we slid down. That's the only other exit. We're not going to be able to climb up something where we couldn't even slow our own slide down in the first place, so that obviously would not work.
Locked.
Nope.
Locked.
Okay. So right click is doing the same thing as left click if I've already done it, I guess. These, okay. I didn't see that these were a thing we could click on before. Okay, bars of the gate, of the grate. There we go. That'll be the rest.
Good. I hope I can get enough rust off here. Okay, the rust powder's mixed with the aluminum powder. It's not the best welding powder ever, but it'll do for the lock.
Now I'll put this in the lock.
That's it. The welding powder's in the lock.
Turn that on.
I'll leave it there. If I need...
Oh, I see. Yeah, fine.
I need to ignite the gas first.
But I clicked and you said to leave it there. Can we not turn it on?
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Okay, so turn it on. I don't understand why. Why would it go on before but not now? Okay. Oh, I have to do this, right? I'm on crack. Wow, I knew that. I'm so stupid. Completely forget stuff I've already done in the game. Right, okay, that's great.
I shouldn't let the flame burn too long. Who knows how long the gas will last. Good. It's lit. I'll have to hurry up. It's not gonna burn forever. All right then. Real careful now. It's really evil stuff. The wicked thing is, it can burn without oxygen. That means you can't put it out with sand, for example. And if you pour water on it, the water is broken down by the heat, creating oxygen, or hydrogen, or oxyhydrogen, explosive gas. Everything explodes and superheated droplets fly everywhere. There's been some serious accidents. So it's not really something to try at home. But this was an emergency. The flame's gone out already? How was I supposed to heat my food over the next few days? I'll put the light on first. That was easy. That's, no idea what that is. It says here that it's a rubber dinghy with a built-in compressed air capsule. You pull the ripcord and the dinghy inflates within seconds. Phew. It must have been the cutting edge of technology back then.
As if he could carry all of these things with him. It's hilarious. A big backpack.
A hose. Quite thick. The kind that firefighters use. The metal door closed behind me when the guy pulled one of these levers.
Let's not do those right now.
An old box. Let's see. Magnesium flares. I'll take them.
Flares, that'll help if he gets an area that's dark and there is no light. Okay, let me save. So if I do something and accidentally kill Angelina, I can try again. Because I assume if I kill her, it's game over. Unless Darren goes crazy like Samuel did, and then maybe it's planned or something, but otherwise.
The metal locker must be about 50 years old, like most things here. I'm surprised that everything is kept so well. The thick walls probably keep things preserved. There's a box. These are cables with igniters, presumably for dynamite. I'll take one of the cables with me. I don't need any more cable at the moment.
So that's all that's down there.
I don't need any more cable.
That's all that's
I don't
in
need
this?
any more cable.
Okay, just the one. Okay. Here's the one with the blood.
Oh, crap. I know I'm gonna regret this. Oh Angelina's pursuer, Reginald Boris. He's been stabbed to death. Perhaps... Perhaps I'll find some clues to what happened to Angelina.
Jeez.
Ah!
Don't let it happen. You have to stop the evil.
God damn it! This can't be for real. This can't be for real.
That's unfortunate for him, but at least it's not Angelina. I had my suspicions. Yeah. I mean, that's... I think what happened was he kept following her. For whatever reason, he had his investigation or his like orders or assignment or something to follow her. So he kept following her. She was captured by whoever this is locally that's doing this, whether it's the same, like it's people who are part of the Black Mirror cult or something, or if it's something else. But anyway, they kidnapped Angelina, but because he was a liability, and they also, of course, knew that he was following her, they took care of him, and they used him to, I guess, dishearten Darren, to make him give up hope or something, maybe.
What the hell is that in his breast pocket? Oh, gee, looting a corpse. Just what I needed. But if it helps Angelina... Okay, I've just gotta do it. Sounds like a poem. But this is just half of it. The paper's torn. Days be done, Gordon's son, hanging long and grow, the light end in sight. I've no idea what that means, but I'll take the paper. And there's something else. Insulation tape. Oh, that's it. Luckily, there's nothing else here.
It's like, sorry, man, but I don't want to look at you anymore. Gross. Yeah.
What have we got here? Whoa, a stick of dynamite. Does 50-year-old dynamite still work? Or does it work too well and explode in my hands?
Yeah, that's the problem with, maybe I should say that maybe this is a trick and you kill yourself if you do it. Just in case. But, yeah, dynamite that gets really old, it sweats is what they call it. It sweats, basically some of the chemical that's inside the stick of dynamite will see eventually, over a long period of time, it'll seep through the paper and the insulation that usually is fairly thick, but it'll seep through that, and then you'll get beads of the chemical on the outside. Well, the chemical is what is volatile. The, it's a combination of the gunpowder and everything else that's in there, right? And so if the if the dynamite is sweat and that's on the outside, you're just as liable to throw the dynamite and have it go where you want, like light it and throw it and then have it go where you want and have it explode where it is, as you are to throw it but have, say, a spark ignite the liquid, or the liquid, kind of like nitroglycerin, it's very volatile, and so if you move it too much, it can cause friction, which can cause a little bit of heat, which is enough to cause it to explode. So you're just as likely, depending on the age of the dynamite, but you're just as likely to throw it and have it go where you want as you are to start throwing it and have it explode while you're in the process of throwing it. It's very, very dangerous. Very, very bad. Okay, we'll see if it kills him.
Okay. All right then. I'll leave the other stick here for now. I don't want to push my luck.
Yeah. And that's it. It's just the...
Good. There's another stick of dynamite. Just in case the first one isn't enough.
Okay, so that's all that's in there right now. Okay.
The cylinder of compressed air would have been refilled using this compressor. It's seen better days, but it's not fit for the junkyard just yet.
Yeah. Well, dynamite that is properly packaged and is not too old. I mean, technically, yes, it's still dangerous, but it's not dangerous if you handle it properly. Meaning, you know, if you use it wisely, you're not going to do stupid things with it, like light it and then throw it into a school bus or something, right? You're not going to be crazy about it. And it's not too old. It's you know, still packaged properly. It's not as dangerous as a lot of people think it might be. It's still dangerous. But from my understanding, I knew some people that were miners, like not small people miners, but miners like they would mine materials. And my understanding is that it's relatively safe as long as you take certain precautions. That's why it's in the packaging it is, so that you don't just mix the, like do something wrong with the chemicals and cause a problem. It will not normally it will not explode on its own if it's packaged properly. Because if you like, they actually will take, you know, sticks of dynamite and they'll throw them, like toss them somewhere. Like, we don't need this right now, but in a few minutes we'll need it. They'll toss it to the side. They don't have to carefully set it down. They just toss it is okay too, because of how it's packaged. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but that's from what I understand. I believe that's how like safe or dangerous it is. It's dangerous, but only if you don't do things properly.
The cylinder of compressed air would have been refilled using this compressor. It's seen better days, but it's...
Okay, so maybe we use this. I knew he was saying the cylinder would get refilled with compressed air, but I thought maybe, but first time he said it, I didn't fully pay attention. I think I was looking at something in the room. Anyway, so I thought he was saying maybe there was a cylinder in it that might need to be replaced. That's why I clicked it again. So, a junk, okay.
The people who were living in this bunker seem to have left half of the things behind. There are bottles, boards, crates, pipe fittings, cardboard boxes, all kinds of things. Boards, a broken lamp, and an old-fashioned detonating device.
Use that with the dynamite we have, probably. And there's a fuse cable, so I'm guessing we go at some point to help us get out. We put the dynamite wherever we need the explosion. We do the fuse cable to come from the dynamite back, so we're at a safe distance. And then finally we use the detonating device with the fuse cable. And then the detonating device may or may not be the style that you typically see like in Hollywood movies or whatever, where it's a box and you have the lever, basically. It's a pump, but you have that comes down and that causes, anyway, so maybe it's that type, maybe it's a different type, I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Oh, did he not grab
It's
it?
for detonating explosives, like the ones they used to use in quarries and mines. You turn the crank handle to build up an electric
Oh,
charge.
right, it's one of those.
When you press the button,
Yep.
it fires an igniter cap at the end of the wire.
Yeah, I remember those also. You have the boxes and you twist. That builds up the pressure. And then you hit the button that, yep, ignites the cap. Or, not ignites the cap. Causes the cap to flip, which then causes a spark and ignites.
I'll have to position the stick of dynamite and attach the fuse cable first.
So we're not taking it with us. So we must be using it on this door, I assume. Let's look at the door and see what he says. I'm guessing we're using it on the door then.
The door is bolted from outside. It's a huge armored door. I can't break something like this open. I'll have to look for another way. The door is bolted. I'll have to look.
Box here?
The crate looks pretty rickety. Won't be long before it falls apart. Can't see nothing of interest.
Okay, so no there. Oh, we're probably blowing the hatch rather than the door. The hatch is going to be weaker than the door. Yep. Similar kind of metal probably. Similar kind of structure in terms of like the seal and everything, but the explosion would be more concentrated, or the explosion would be more likely to damage the structure of the whole thing, where this would just get maybe a small part of it. Oh, that's the compressor still, okay.
Let's see. Aha! I don't see any reason to close the door. I'll leave it open so there's a way for me to get back.
And that's it. So we're just doing just that one to open the door. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something else I might want from this room before we detonate things. Is the compressor... Do we need compressed anything? I don't think so. Because again, the detonating device here is one of those twist and fire, so it shouldn't need any kind of compression. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Let's put the dynamite here. Oh no, we are using it on the middle door. I guess if we're focused on the locks, maybe. I thought with a hatch.
Absolutely no way. These kind of doors are specifically built to withstand explosions. It would be useless.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
Huh. A pressure hatch like the ones you see in submarine movies. Looks old, but isn't rusty yet. Let's see.
Why is everything shifting over? This is bad.
There's not much to see. Oh, it smells like stagnant water and rust. This could be some kind of water storage or tank or something.
I don't know how we're going to do something with the detonating device way down here, though, but maybe.
These pieces broke off the concrete girder. A concrete girder. It's almost directly above the hatch.
Oh, okay. We'll put the dynamite here. We'll use that to crush this and then maybe open that. Maybe. We'll see.
The wall here seems to have been repaired, for whatever reason.
Yeah. This is where I bring all my friends for hanging out on Saturday nights. That's right. Hey guys, you want to go party? Sure. Where do you want to go? Well, I mean, there's this rusted sewer smelly kind of place. Maybe we go there. Oh yeah,
What a
that sounds great.
disgusting brew.
Stop. All right, yeah. He's not gonna grab any water for anything, which makes sense. Would not be happy about doing so anyway, even if I needed to. Okay, he's gonna try this, and it won't open, I'm sure.
It leads back downwards, but that could be my way to freedom. It's not moving. The hatch is very rusty, probably because of the water down here.
Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna want to do, I think, is this. Oh, you know what? I probably want to tape this first. Maybe not. Huh. I would have thought. Put that on the hatch? Maybe.
You know, sometimes the only thing that helps is brute force.
Okay, so I guess that's what we're doing. And then this.
Okay, very carefully. As soon as electricity flows through the wire, the igniter caps fire, exploding the stick of dynamite. Hopefully that's enough to blast the hatch open.
This will probably fall in the course of doing this. I don't know what that'll mean, but this will probably collapse, I would guess. If this were a reality, there's a really good chance it'll collapse. I don't know what they'll do in the game, of course. If that girder is already weakened and falling away, yeah, that's a problem, of course.
Alright, I'll wrap the ends of the two wires around the contacts.
Okay, here we go.
The wire's connected to the stick of dynamite in the detonator. Everything's ready for the explosion. You know what? I've always wanted to do this.
Should I grab a second one? Let me see what he says.
Good. There's another stick of dynamite.
Okay, so not yet. If we need it, we can get another. Huh. See, I was thinking we would collapse this. This would swing, break, but swing, and crush this, making it like swing down. Well, I guess it would. What would the angle of that be? Probably this. Oh, it probably would miss it. Actually, now that I look at the angle more closely.
Damn! There's hardly a scratch on it. It's ripped the handle clean off, but most of the energy from the explosion is just dissipated.
Yeah.
The power of the explosion is just dissipated like a little firecracker you light in your hand. I'll have to find another way to open the hatch.
It might be what I suspected. Let's go back up and see if we can grab that other stick of dynamite.
Hopefully the second stick is as sound as the first one. Another fuse cable.
Okay, I think. Yeah, I thought do this in the first place, but I guess they have to teach you that this is a better idea.
I hope that works.
Okay, then fuse cable.
Okay. Very carefully. The dynamite should blast the concrete girder from the ceiling once and for all.
What does it say? Oh, on dynamite. Yeah. Okay.
I'll wrap the end of the two wires around the contacts again.
Guy.
Then let's try again. This time it has to work.
Yeah, that broke it off. You could hear it. Let's see what the results are. There we go.
I can't move it. It's too heavy.
Yeah, it's in the way right now.
Sure enough, it's penetrated the hatch. There's some kind of pipe down there. It leads downwards. It would be big enough for me, but I can't see where it leads. And I can't squeeze past the piece of concrete. I'll put the chain around the piece of concrete.
I don't have chain in my inventory still like I did with the fuse wire, so I have to figure out what they want me to grab the chain with. Old hose, probably not, right? Yeah. Hmm.
There are metal eyelets on the dinghy. I'll fasten the chain on there.
I see.
The boat is attached to the chain, which is wrapped around the piece of concrete. That might work.
Okay, so now this. No. How am I gonna get? Oh, maybe I just do it
And
myself.
up it goes.
Oh yeah, because you pull it, right? It ignites. That's right, of course. Oh. Yes, I wait for him to say something. Hang on. I double clicked. Alright, fine, whatever. He doesn't say anything. Okay. I thought I skipped his dialogue, and I might have still, but I can't get it back, so it's whatever.
Damn. Up there's the way out. But there's no ladder here. I'm guessing that the room up there is the one behind the steel door, but I can't get at the grate.
Okay, I've not been reading diary entries. Let me read these. Hang on. All the way back to Biddeford. I don't want those. Willow Creek, Angelina's secret message, the order. Read that one. I'm annoyed. I've not slept for over 24 hours, but do I look so awful that that tramp had to call me death? The folks around here are superstitious, given an educated woman like Miss Valley. They believe that misfortune comes to the village every 12 years. Maybe that's why the little lady's so nervous. It's 12 years since the murders happened. Angelina's insurance. But what's she doing? How could she climb down into dark passageways just to gather some information for me? She must have known well that she was getting into danger. Otherwise, she wouldn't have sent this insurance to herself. That could be dangerous. Yeah, of course. Bunker. I encountered a hooded member of the Order and was promptly looked up. Yeah, things to do. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, you're just fixing the typo. That's fine. I encountered a hooded member of the Order and was promptly locked up. No, there can't be any doubt about how serious the Order is. But what do they want? It sounded like they wanted to get their hands on me, not Angelina. I'm understanding less and less. Reginald Boris was killed in a hideout used by the Order. Did the members have a fallout? Was there a traitor? Or maybe the mask wearer didn't belong to the Order at all. Reginald Boris's death throws up quite a few questions, but it gives me hope. Angelina could still be unharmed, in the hands of criminals, but unharmed. I'll free her. Okay, and then if I go through the task list, someday, get to the current tasks. Done a lot of things in the game, apparently. Find a way out. I should leave this room and continue searching for Angelina. Whoever trapped me in here hasn't reckoned with my inventiveness. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to find out who or what this is all about. Somehow, I'm going to get out of this damn bunker. Neither massive metal doors nor tons of rock are going to stop me. Angelina's okay. As long as she's okay, and everything's okay. I want to see her. Done those, and then climb out of the pipe. Freedom may be waiting on the other side of this grate, but how am I going to get up there? Okay. Let's see. Something to get me up above. I thought maybe we throw the hose, but no. Enough shots of that, and you could get lucky and have it loop over. You'd have to do a lot of attempts, like 50 attempts or something to get it, but you could eventually get it. You could get a shot that would be good enough. Like you basically get it so that the nozzle on the end of the hose just barely passes the bar, and then the weight carries it down, and so it falls down through the bar again. And once you get that, then you just let some slack through so that the weight of the nozzle will pull the side down, right? But we're not doing that apparently. So something else. Magnesium flare's not going to help, I don't think. I don't see how we would use that to do anything useful. Okay, what does this say?
Boris's note is ripped down the middle. I can only read a half of the text. It reads to me like days be.
That's right. So we don't actually look at it. He just says what it says. Okay. It's the beam still. Nothing over there. Okay. I thought maybe there was a pipe or something here, but I guess not. Okay.
The cylinder of compressed air would have been refilled using this compressor. It's seen better days, but it's not fit for the junkyard just yet.
I don't know how that would play into anything. So that's more fuse cables. That's more dynamite. I don't think I need either of those now. I've got what I could from Boris, so I don't need to go in there again. He probably wouldn't anyway. He'd probably be like, screw that. I don't like that. Dead bodies are not my thing. I'm gonna just not do this. Something else in here? No, I don't think so. There's the stove, but the gas is out.
The flame's gone out already?
Yeah. So there's nothing really. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, there might not be anything in here. I don't know. I think I found everything out here. So what I need to do is start looking at stuff I could combine in my inventory and or that I could use maybe on the compressor. Maybe.
There are only nuts here, no screws.
So I would need some kind of a wrench. I don't have any of those. I don't have a socket wrench or a torque wrench or a crescent wrench or a pipe wrench. I don't have any kind of wrench. There's a light switch, but I don't know if turning that off is going to help. I'm assuming nothing new shows up or anything, so I don't know. I don't think we gain anything by having
I'll
it
put
off.
the light on first.
Just turn that on again. Okay,
I'm pretty sure that that's from Angelina's blouse. Here's some blood. Oh, hell. Magnesium flares light up very brightly and can also burn underwater. Divers use them when they're way down deep, where normal lamps won't work.
look again. Something is... Like, I'm missing something. There is... nothing more to analyze, though, on the walls or anything. It's just the grate. I don't think that's going to be anything now. No. Wait, is that still black? No, okay, that's like... I guess that was great. Very interesting. There's literally, this is just a cross section, right? There's literally nothing to do or examine here, right? Yeah. It's just we're seeing like an X-ray version, X-ray vision thing to see through the pipe here. Yeah. I don't see anything on the floor of the pipe. What is this? Oh, there's a cable there. What is that about?
The concrete beam has broken off a piece of the wall here, and a few wires are sticking out. I think they're live. Stripping the wires is a good idea. Holding on to the ladder at the same time is too. But doing both at the same time is pretty difficult.
Let's see. I wonder if I can create some kind of a harness I could sit in and strip the wires at the same time.
That's not gonna help me. The hose is too short to reach anywhere. Thinking the hose is rubber. If I could somehow use that either as like a harness so I could sit in it, or if I could use that, like maybe cut it and make like rubber gloves and like foot covers, so while I'm on the ladder the metal is not going to conduct electricity. I could do that, but I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do that to make those. You'd need probably a couple layers of it, like a couple layers of the hose thick. I don't know if one layer, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know how thick and how insulated a fire hose tends to be. I would guess it's not enough normally with one layer.
that doesn't work. I don't really have anything to cut it or anything, so I don't know. Also, since this is on the other screen, I probably have to do something from here up to that rather than the reverse, because I can't even see it going the reverse direction, so I probably not going to be able to do anything with it that way. So we like the insulating tape idea, but I needed obviously some kind of protection while I'm on the ladder. Use those on the... That doesn't make any sense. Just a bunch of random flares on a cable. Oh, look. I did pretty much nothing. Amazing. I don't think so. Maybe there's... My thought is maybe there's a knife left next to Boris's body, and I can grab the knife, and then I can cut the hose. I don't know.
I've searched Boris's corpse thoroughly. There's nothing else I might need.
Okay, so no.
I don't need any more cable at the moment. That was the last stick of dynamite.
So it's just bolts, no screws, so I can't use the screwdriver. So what? Knife's not going to work. You can't pry up a bolt head unless it's like super rusted, I guess, and you had a really sturdy tool, which a butter knife is not going to be. Not to mention, this screwdriver would function in the same way, so...
The cylinder of compressed air would have been refilled.
The hatch. Curiouser and curiouser, as they say. Except for this. I don't think there's anything else in this room even. What is that between the key and the screwdriver? Angelina's cloth. I could try using it directly on the cables, I guess, if that's what you're trying to imply, but I don't know. Yeah. So this will not work on the cables. Yeah, but that's what this is. This is a torn piece of Angelina's dress that he found in the sewers before sliding down the tube. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so just in case it helps maybe your brain figure something out that maybe I'm not catching. So what we've got obviously the camera, the photo of Angelina, okay, the map. We have room key 12, a letter from Angelina to Darren, okay, a butter knife. So it's metal, but it's not very strong. It's not very sturdy, right? We have the kind of hidden message from Angelina that we had to use the flame to reveal the text of, okay? We have a fashioned, like self-made lockpick. We found a wire and we bent it into a lockpick shape, okay? So it can work on some very limited locks. This is the key to the display cabinet. So obviously the key isn't going to fit anything down here, but that's what this is, okay? Small piece of cloth from Angelina's clothing that had torn off when she was in the sewers. We have the screwdriver. We have old hose, old fire hose specifically. So this is going to be the kind of hose, it's going to be more, more flexible, I guess, than a garden hose. If you've ever seen a garden hose, right, they're pretty sturdy walls. So obviously they can be used outside for watering your garden or something, but they do not bend very well without actually over time damaging the hose. But the fire hose is specifically meant to expand when there's water and then contract when there's not, so that it can bend and be stored more easily. But that also means that it's designed to bend where a garden hose is not. So this is the kind of material this is made out of. It's rubber, but it's like very flexible rubber, kind of like what you would find maybe on like the sole of a shoe or something, where it's meant to bend some or bend quite a bit, okay, but still it can insulate, right? Depending on how strong the current is, you can stand, if you have rubber on the soles of your feet, you can stand on a small pool of water that has electricity or something, right? To a degree. Like I said, it has to be pretty weak, but you could do that and not get shocked, potentially. There is the risk that the electricity would jump, but you get the idea. It does some insulation, okay? Then these are magnesium flares, so useful for either seeing in the dark or possibly getting some kind of a flame underwater, because they ignite and then they will burn while underwater. So if we needed to light something with a flame, but it's underwater and so normally you can't, those could be used in a situation like that. I don't know that we're going to do that, but that's one possible use for this. This is the part of the poem that Boris had on him, and then we have insulation tape. So when I try to use insulation tape on this, he basically says it's not smart to try to grab the ladder and strip the wires at the same time, which I agree. So I tried using the insulation tape on it, and that's when he said that. So we need to figure out, go here, so it could only be you. Yeah, not using it on yourself at all. So it's not like we're gonna tape up our shoes to get better insulation. So that's what I'm looking at, is what is potentially rubber or other insulation that could keep electricity from traveling from the cable to me while I'm on the ladder, so that I could strip the wires. But I don't really see a way to do that right now. I don't know that it's possible there is some still, but I don't know if there's anything in my inventory now that can combine with something else. I really have my doubts. Yeah, none of these. I don't know if he'll try a second time instead of just telling me the same thing he said before, so just in case. Let me hear the exact wording he says again to see what he... Oh no, he's not going to do it this time. He's not going to let me do it right now. Okay. I think those wires are probably significant in some way. I just don't know how. My initial thought was maybe if I tie the hose to the end of the wire or to the end of the cable, and then it goes right along the ceiling of this tube here, or the top part of this tube, and then if it's long enough, it goes up here, it could... But I would still need to tie it off, and that doesn't make sense because I can't tie it. So that doesn't make sense anyway. Also, the fact that the compressor up here, so all the way up, okay, he says, well, he doesn't anymore, but he did previously when I clicked with the screwdriver here. He said it was all nuts, or sorry, it was all, not nuts, it was all bolts, and none of them were screws, implying that if I had some kind of a wrench or similar, I might be able to grab the bolts, but I don't know. I need more items, but search them, yeah. So nothing more from the dynamite locker. He doesn't want to look in Boris's locker anymore. Says he's got everything from there. We don't need any more cables for dynamite.
The cylinder of compressed air would have been refilled using this compressor. It's seen better days, but it's not fit for the junkyard just yet.
So, I don't think anything in my inventory will work with this, but I'm going to try everything just in case. Well, okay, I'm not going to use notes. Notes are obviously not going to work. Keys really wouldn't either, so I don't know why I did those, but anyway. Gonna get up above. How I already tried using the screwdriver in both that and the knife on this, in case there's some kind of cutting involved. But no. I'm not sure. I don't see anything else in this room here that I would use. Already looked at this. There's nothing over here. We're not even doing the switch anymore. You turn the... or did this to keep the door to the other room open, and that's it. This here is out of gas now. So unless we have something that's going to provide gas, we can't really do anything with that. We also apparently would not restart this anyway, right? Because we lost the lighter tool we had once we did this the last time. Wrong room. See, that's the thing, is like, for me, all rooms, like, not knowing anything, all rooms are possibly something useful until I figure out what actually works for a thing, right? So I've been going to all these different rooms looking for something that I've missed. I don't do anything with the beam or the chain now. Or the inflatable raft. Those don't make sense now. I mean, doing anything more with them, as far as I can tell. Oh, gloves!
There's a pair of gloves and a wrench. I'll take them both with me.
I did not see that there were gloves or the wrench. Interesting. I am glad you said wrong room, even though it didn't tell me anything more. That's good. Because one, you did not give anything away, really. Just said keep looking around. And two, I eventually found, okay, let's use this on the compressor. Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe we'll use the wrench somewhere else. Okay, let's go down here and down here. All right, let me use these on this.
No way. The gloves are such poor quality that I'd rather do without.
But what about this?
I'll wrap the gloves with insulating tape.
That's what he wants to do. Okay. Yes.
It'd be best to bend the electric wires out of the pipe and into the tank room.
Out of the pipe and into the tank room. And then what are we doing in the tank room, I wonder?
Oh, get out of here. All right, that's that.
Okay, I don't know what we accomplished by doing that, but it's a thing, I guess. Hang on. Stop. Something over here. Do that now, maybe?
That's not gonna help me. The hose is too short to reach anywhere.
Okay, I moved them out of here, but I don't know what the point of that is then. What do I can't do anything with them now. So, okay, great, they're out of the way. I don't know what that means, though. Okay, maybe this. Tie this to there, no.
The wires are bent upwards and safe.
Yeah, I don't get why we do that though if we're not going to be able to access the wires at all. Would it be basically I would have gotten electrocuted if I would have tried something else? I guess maybe. So we're not like, that'd be a crazy thing I think to me anyway to do, but we're not trying to remove part of the ladder or something. Come on. I double clicked, but they decided to do it the slow way anyway. Fine. I guess whatever. Concrete beam hatch. Oh, see, I did not know that it was going to be filled with water. I don't know where, because we cannot hook the hose up to this, so I don't know where we're getting the water. That's fine. I mean, but that you said that, but I did not even think that there was going to be water in there. I thought it was empty and we're trying to throw something up there or something, because I don't see anything that's going to do water. Come on, I double clicked with the animation. Go. Double click, but it only registers a single click, so it makes them go all slow. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Concrete beam. I don't know where we're getting the water from. So cannot go this way any farther, or this way, because it's into the pipe or whatever. So it does make sense you would want them out of the way if you're going to fill it with water. I just did not realize we were going to be filling it with water. I know there was water in here previously. That doesn't mean... Where do I get the water from? It would need to be not something contained, right? It would need to be hooking up to... Oh, is this the door I opened? Oh, I thought we forced this door open. I thought this was still closed. Oh, that makes more sense now. But I didn't realize that we could... okay.
That wouldn't get me anywhere. The hose would only just reach beyond the cell. What am I gonna achieve with that? A fire hose with metal connectors at both ends.
Now we grab it.
Not exactly light. The metal connectors at both ends are heavy enough on their own.
Combine those into a really long hose.
I've joined the
Okay.
2 short hoses into a long one.
That makes more sense. I did not realize this door had opened. So I was like, where in the hell are we going to get water? But yeah, if this is open, obviously there's this. That makes much more sense now. I didn't realize that that door opened. I thought we were still limited to the room with the stove and beyond. Okay. That makes more sense now. It also makes sense that
The
opened
connector
this door.
fits. The hose is connected to the water outlet.
It also does make sense that the lever opened this door because he pulled a lever that closed this behind us. I just did not know that that's the one we pulled. So,
Like I thought, the oil is clearly more recent, just like the bucket. I don't need a bucket. First, I should put the end of the hose where the water's gonna help me.
right, okay. Oh, hang on. No, I have it, yeah. Okay, hang on. I do have it in my inventory. Okay.
It is just long enough. I wonder why the...
Wait, what? What
I
is it?
wonder why there's a jail in this bunker. Who'd they want to lock up here?
Oh, I see. Okay. Where's...
All right then, let's flood the pipe. That should be enough. Those are nuts. They're keeping the grate in place.
Why? Okay. Okay. You're dumb. Okay. For crying. Right, I'll have to save it again. Grab
I'll
these.
take them both with me.
I'll save it again before doing it this time.
I'll wrap the gloves with insulating tape.
Okay. And this. On these.
It'd be best to bend the electric wire.
I'm gonna use the bathroom while he does this whole.
Oh, get out of here. All right, that's that.
Right. It just. was kind of ridiculous. I had the wrench from my inventory and was trying to use it on the bolts, and he's like, "Burr, burr, 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 I'm just going to drown." I'm like, okay. Or let me click somewhere with the wrench. Maybe it's not the wrench I need to use, but...
A fire. Not exactly light. I've joined the Too Short Hose. The connector.
Maybe I don't use the wrench, but because it says there are bolts, I assumed. Maybe it's a bad assumption. Yeah, and then... It's like only yellow right there. I get that it barely reaches, but still. Like, just do this and he'll just put it on the edge. You don't need to limit the hitbox of where I
It's
can
just
click.
long enough.
Okay. Well, it didn't upset me. I was just like, okay, so I have to redo all this now. It's fine, I guess.
All right then.
Later.
That should be enough.
Okay. Okay. Now I will save it. So you do not have to die potentially and then redo all of that again. Yes. All right. Let's try it again. This might be the wrong thing to do, but he's got bolts, right? So he should use the wrench to open them, I would think. Maybe not. This here.
It's working. Keep going, keep going. Just one more. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Now, to be fair, he turned off the water, right? So this water level does not continue to rise. If he could get to the grate in the first place and breathe to be able to do the bolts, he could just stay there and catch his breath again. And worst case, if he starts to get tired, he could dive in again and make his way back out. However, maybe what they were saying was that he actually, like what we were hearing when he was talking, was actually his thoughts, and maybe he could not breathe. Maybe that was the problem. That was not clear initially, but that's fine. Okay, just because I don't want to do that again, we're going to save again right here. Okay. There we go. Okay.
I almost drowned just now, and I want that to stay as an almost.
I totally don't understand at all why you wouldn't want to drown all the time. It sounds like a fun time and stuff.
An old wagon, like what used to be used in mines. It appears to have been built to transport heavy loads. It looks very solid and heavy. Huh. One of the wheels is missing. Perhaps that's why it was out of service. I can't move the wagon as long as it's missing a wheel.
Okay, so maybe I'm looking for a wheel then at some point. Yeah. So then, and there might be another too, but this is at least approximately equivalent to Samuel coming out of the mine in the first game and immediately having to shoot the wolf, not having almost any time to respond. And he died to the wolf the first time I ran into that also. I did not know. It's a point and click, so I was not anticipating a QTE, a quick time event or whatever, like a timed, you have to do it really fast thing. And even knowing that was coming, I did not know that was going to be here, so I was unprepared. I was completely unprepared.
A pile of stones. Most of the stones must weigh at least 60 or 80 pounds. They look really heavy.
If I was to do something with them, I probably need a pickaxe or a shovel or something similar. Let's see what this crevice says.
This room looks less like a bunker than the other one. More a combination of a bunker and a mine. Perhaps the builder of this bunker used a remote part of an old mine? The rock face gives extra protection, and less earth would have to be moved. There's a crevice, a crack in the stone, about half a yard high. I can't really make out much, but the crevice seems to go up diagonally. The crevice has been covered by a grate. That might suggest that it leads outside. But the bars of the grate are very thick and secured in concrete. It's gonna take a lot of force to bend it or rip it from the stone. The crevice has been covered by but the bars of
Okay. This, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but apparently this is nothing. Interestingly, it's off-colored, makes it stand out some, making me think there's something there, but I guess not. We cannot use this pickaxe, cannot use this shovel. Here's a gate that's going to be shut and sealed, I'm sure. We cannot get out.
Brilliant. I almost killed myself getting through the first door, and the next one's waiting a few feet on.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't expect anything else. It ain't doing the slightest thing. The door is closed and at least as solid as the first one. I can't see any way of opening it. Perhaps there's some kind of control room where you can open it. Who knows?
I see. Yeah, this is that first door that we went beyond, I think, right? We went through the pipe and swam and came out here. Let's see, what else? There's an old wagon. We need a wheel. Stones, we need something to lift the stones. This, we need something really powerful to move that, like break the concrete away or something. Okay, let's go up this and see what's up here. None of these pickaxes are apparently anything we're going to be able to use. There's nothing up here either. Let's see. Chain, maybe. Yet another chain.
Iron chain. Quite solid and around 5 yards long.
We are the chain king in this game, all about chains. In fact, later you're going to see a fighting style where we whip the chain around us to attack enemies. He is the chain man. Some cables, nothing with those. To the main room. Can we open it from this side? Is that what this is saying? Maybe.
The bunker room's on the other side. Maybe the door can be opened from this side? The bunker room's on the other side.
Oh. I don't know how we would do that. This does not go on there. This, no. This, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some either control lever or some way of forcing these to rotate to be able to get in the next room, it looks like. So when I do this...
The bunker room's on the
It
other
just says
side.
maybe it can open from this side. So I still can't get back unless I figure out something with this on this side too. Oh, button. Here we go.
I bet it opens the door to the main room.
Okay. Wheel. Over here. Isn't this a wheel? Why? He doesn't want to do anything with the wheel. So I guess we're not using that for the wagon? Okay, it's surprising. There we go. Use that on the bolts. Now we have, that's a fan,
Got
though,
it.
isn't it? Oh, fly wheel. I mean, it's a wheel of sorts. I suppose it could work as a wheel. Maybe. Go back through. Put this on the wagon, maybe?
It would really be a coincidence if that fits. But I guess I need some luck sometimes too. It could really fit. It's a little smaller than the other wheels, but it's just as solid.
Sure it fits, right, bro? I believe you. No, I believe you. That's fine.
Let's see.
So
works.
coincidental. So coincidental. That's
Damn
fine,
it,
though.
that's it. The planks aren't quite as robust as I thought.
Half the time in point and clicks, though, it's coincidental, so that's okay.
I'm not completely sure what moving the wagon has achieved. Perhaps nothing at all? Weird. One of the planks is broken. Fortunately, the others are thicker and have lasted. There's a shaft down there. I can't see the floor. I can just see darkness after a few feet. I'll move the planks to the wall over there. Still not much to see. The light only reaches a few feet down. I'll hook the chain under the coupling. It's directly attached to the frame and should be able to hold plenty. Now I have to secure the other end of the chain somewhere.
Over here. Then I throw the wagon down and it yanks this off, maybe.
I'll just put the chain around two of the bars. If they're ripped out, I'll have enough space to climb into the crevice. That's it. The bars and the wagon are joined with the chain.
I'll push
Okay.
that down.
I've chained the wagon to the grate. If I were to push it into the abyss now, it might rip the bars of the grate out of the concrete. But maybe not, and I've only got one try. I should make sure by increasing the weight of the wagon. The stones are adding real weight, and I can barely manage to get them into the wagon.
Okay, so I did not need
The
it,
wagon full of stones must weigh a good half a ton.
Too heavy now?
The wagon is right at the edge of the shaft and it's full of 100-weight stones. I can't move it an inch. I might be able to move it that short distance with a lever.
Which would be something in here. Maybe there's that will not work as a lever. here, the electricity, I think. Let's see. So not this. I don't think there's anything down here we need. Just in case it kills me again, let me do this. But I'm going to go down there just to make sure that there's nothing. So the hatch, that. Yeah, I don't see any lever. I thought I heard noises of electricity, so I thought maybe there'd be dangers coming down here, but I guess not. I double-clicked once again, but you decide I didn't. That's fine. It's probably my stupid mouse, probably not being as responsive as I want it to be. Lever. Where am I going to get a lever? Shattered soul key? Oh.
That's the soul key. Or what's left of it. It shattered into lots of little pieces. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do with that.
Aw, am I not gonna have to listen to every couple of minutes? That's too bad. I'm so brokenhearted about that. Watch my weeping as I walk away now. Okay, well, I don't think there's a lever in here. Does not look like in this room either. So, I don't think there's anything here. See, I don't have anything that would work as a lever here. They're all too short or too flimsy. This is actually be both. Too short and too flimsy, I think. Okay, let's see what's still... Again, I double-clicked. Can you... There we go. What can I use? Planks? Maybe. I can do something with those. I don't know.
The planks are of various thickness, and some are much more worn than others. Perhaps they're made out of different kinds of wood. I'll take one of the thick, solid ones.
Okay, that'll be mine. Potentially be my
I'll
lever.
leave the rest where it is.
I'll leave the rest where it is. It'll be where they are. The rest implies a lot of beams. So whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
All right then. I just need to make sure to get out of the way quick enough as soon as the wagon falls.
Okay, given this event here where I drown, I was like, as soon as I clicked the lever, the wood to make it the wagon go, as soon as I did that, I was over here, click, making sure I click out of the way, just in case. I was like, you killed me once, let's not kill me again. So, I guess we're just going. Let's see what he says.
Okay, the two bars have been ripped clean out of the concrete. Now there's enough room to climb up through the crevice. Let's hope...
Oh. He said, let's hope something. Whatever.
God damn it! I crawl out of the trap and land in the Order's assembly room? Oh, this can't be for real. Fortunately, it looks like there's no one here.
That's great. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say let's see what he said when he said let's see if before climbing out, but it doesn't matter. I was gonna go back and pause and look and read the text, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, okay, so that's been a couple of hours now, even though we started late, but that is, it's running an hour later than normal, but we have now done a couple of hours, so we're going to call that for today. So, thanks for joining me, Kissa. It's been fun. Appreciate it. As usual. I enjoy spending time with you guys, playing through games and stuff. Okay, so in about 7 hours, I'll be doing As Dusk Falls, more of that. And we'll continue from there. Yeah, so on Friday, I finished The Sinking City, and then I apparently, because I didn't know it was really short, there wasn't much left, I also finished The Whisperer last night from the Halloween stream. So those are both done. So I'll figure out what we'll do next Friday. But for now, we're still going to do As Dusk Falls on as the last stream of the weekend for the next episode. And then we'll take a pause again. Then we'll do the third episode and take a pause and do it like that. And then obviously this stream we've just done here will continue to be Black Mirror 2. I'll think about it and see what we're going to do next on Fridays. I believe it should be Song of Horror, actually. But I'm not 100% decided, but I think so. That's almost certain. So, no problem, Kiss. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing it. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll talk to you later. Till next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh, that's so sad.